Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to look at another cool knife from the mind of Vladimir Legachev and Kizer, the Mini Momo. We went over the Momo, I think, before, but this is the Mini Momo, which actually fits me a lot better. The Momo is a big knife. But before we get started, I do want to say thank you to all the channel members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to anyone who subscribes to the channel and checks out my knife and EDC content. And thank you to anyone who just comes in here to watch the knife and EDC content. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the Mini Momo. Kizer has sent me several of their new releases, their January releases for 2025. And the Momo, the full size, and this Mini Momo were both sent to me, or all sent to me for review. Really nice knives. They've basically taken a really popular design, the Momo and the Mini Momo, knives that I was not intimately familiar with, i.e. I had not experienced them, but they made them now in sub-$100 packages, right? Unique materials. This one, if I'm not mistaken, is micarta, and I want to say this Bolster's G10. It's possibly aluminum. I know on the Momo, on the full size, it's G10. I believe this is aluminum. This is aluminum micarta. The full size Momo is G10 and G10 Damascus, or Damascus G10. But this knife, they call it a mini, but I don't look at it as a mini size knife by most knives that I've known to be minis, right, with mini in their name. This is more of a medium to smedium, that small medium knife, to quote Christine from Women Carry Knives, and it really has a super nice profile, looks very attractive, super slicey, and extremely comfortable in the hand. Vladimir, the designer of this knife, who has some other knife designs in his portfolio from what I understand, his main job is an architect, and he kind of focuses on simplistic, kind of environmentally friendly designs. And this is a knife that takes a lot of the unneeded features, I guess, out of the knife and just makes it a very supreme cutting tool. Thin, slicey cutting tool, kind of like a Kiradashi, if you will, and has really nice ball bearing action. Has a 154 cm blade. It has a very pronounced front flipper tab. It is a front flipper, no rear flipper. I can, easier on the full size, but sometimes not under the camera, I can middle finger flick this, but it's not designed to be middle finger flicked. It is a top flipper. But like I say, with that very pronounced front flipper, it flips very easily. Locks up, very strong. Absolutely no lock fail. I whacked it on the unboxing you guys saw. But it's got really nice micarta. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the dark black micarta. You got the black aluminum bolster, black blade, and just a fantastic little cutter. I loved the design of the Momo that I reviewed, but the Momo is such a big knife. It's almost like a pocketable kitchen knife. Nothing to hate about it. I carry big knives. I like big knives. But on the EDC, this little knife works great. Let me get a little bit of paper real quick and show you that it's just, and it's been cutting. We have cut cardboard with this. We've cut paper with this. Just a great blade geometry. Super thin, tall, flat grind. Full flat in the front. Almost full in the back. Very nice blade geometry. Very slicey and very pokey. That point is a splinter digger extraordinaire. Very, very good piercer. And just a what I would rate a fantastic sub $100 everyday carry knife. I think this comes in at about $73. It's oddly a couple of dollars more than the full-size Momo, and I'll put a link to it on Amazon. This one's in 1428 CM, or 14C28N, G10 bolster, aluminum bolster, G-Mascus, which is G10 with this nice pattern handle versus micarta, full-size knife versus a mini. So let's see how mini this knife is. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons, and then we'll compare it to some other Kizers. Much smaller than the 4MAX. Much larger than the Baby Banter. Right about the same size as the Benchmade Bug Out. That's the full-size Bug Out. Good bit smaller than the Para 2. And then we've got the Mini Mystic, which I reviewed, another new knife from Kizer. A little bit smaller than the Mini Mystic. And then we've got the full-size Kizer Momo. And it's a good bit smaller than the Momo. The Momo is almost the size of the 4MAX. Very, very nice size knife. Alright, let's get our tape measure out and get some dimensions on our Mini Momo. And we will find that it's going to come in right at between 7 1/4 and 7 1/2 inches with a 3 1/8 inch blade, 4-inch handle, 3 1/4 inch, 3 1/8 inch cutting area, and then an inside grip of 4 inches. So even if you've got a large 4-inch hands, mine's 3 1/2, you've got plenty of grip here. Smooth, chamfered, or swedge here where your thumb goes, and then it straightens out. Super sharp, and again, super pokey. Let's get a quick weight on this guy, and I'll give you my thoughts. Weighs 3 ounces, has a little bit more than a 3-inch blade, so I think that ratios out very nicely if that's something that's important to you. But I have been carrying this knife, and I think out of all the new Kizers, I think I've really enjoyed the Mini Mystic. I love the Mini Momo. I carry it probably more than any other. I like the liner lock. I like the fact that it's great at opening packaging, opening cat food, opening food. The Momo is fantastic. It's just a huge full-size knife. So if I was going to be cutting sandwiches or working around a campfire, or I just needed a larger blade to process maybe a lot more cardboard because you've got the same blade geometry, same slicey, nice, ergonomical, just this knife feels great any way you hold it. The Mini's no different. The Mini is an exceptionally comfortable, easy to use knife. You've got plunge grind that terminates about right here, so you've got several good sharpenings on that before you see anything. Again, I can't give any real negative feedback on this. I wish, and I don't know why it is, I think it's just the weight of the blade, because on the Momo I can middle finger flick it almost every time, where the Mini Momo, and I think it's just because of the size, I'll get middle finger flicks on it, but it's not very often. And maybe it's just the detent. But in either case, it's not designed to be a middle finger flipper knife. I wish that they had maybe put a little lip there or something that you could get a little more grip on it for people that like to middle finger flip it. But Vladimir wanted to design a front flipper where, again, your flipper tab disappears into the handle. So you do have a very clean, elegant cutting tool And the Mini Momo's a winner, guys, at about 73 bucks. If it's something you're interested in, I can recommend it. I think it's a very good knife. I think Kizer has a great return policy, warranty policy, and this is a winner. Guys, thanks for watching. If you're so inclined, hit the like button. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. If you're so inclined, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. Peace.